Hey, what's up guys? This is Jake Stefanich from SparkBMXTraining.com. Got a quick tip for you today that will hopefully improve your cornering. So oftentimes when people struggle going around corners, what they are doing wrong is they just have their body in the wrong position. They're not managing their center of gravity very well. They can't quite figure out how to get down and low enough to keep the center of gravity more over their tires and keep a good contact patch. What they tend to do is keep their center of gravity too high. They don't know how to get into their hips very well, into their outside hip. So here's one little drill that you can use, like use one of these little exercise balls in a wall. So what we want to do is kind of lean into this thing. We're going to put it against our shoulder. I'm putting the weight on the outside of my foot because that typically is how we go around corners in BMX. We kind of shift into that outside foot. And then we need to get into this outside hip. But people have a tough time with this. And I struggle sometimes to teach people off the bike even how to do this. It takes a little bit of time. But I kind of like this because it resembles going around a corner. We have some of the same forces. I'm trying to lean in, but this ball is pushing me out just like gravity of us going around a corner. So I'm going to have some weight on here. What I want to do is instead of just dropping down and shifting my knee forward, I need to get back into my hip. And I also need to kind of work my way down. So now what I see is my hip, my knee, and my toe are all lined up. And then also my chest is kind of starting to face this way, just like if I was going around a right-handed corner. So I've got my weight into this hip, I'm feeling that whole foot, and I'm turning my chest, and my pelvis is actually facing to the right now. I've got that weight into my left hip, and I'm kind of learning how to deal with some of these forces. So this is kind of something that's going to help us get used to that. We can go up and down. Kind of work our way up and down. We could even pick up that inside foot if we needed to, and just kind of learn how to deal with that. I'll show you from this side too. You kind of see how I get into this hip here. So it's not, my knee isn't just going forward, it's my hip kind of going back and my chest kind of facing this way. So I push my hip back, I'm loading up this hip, I'm driving through this foot, coming out of my corner. And that's going to help teach me to get my center of gravity more over my bike rather than the inside of the bike where I load up the inside of that tire too much. And that's it for my tip today.